don't think I could? Well, I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. Too bad. The hell with it. Hey, kid! Ow! Suck it.
I really hope Disney does not give me a copyright claim for this one.
I'm guessing the boy that I flashed goes to your school.
He does.
Is he single? Why don't you ever laugh at my jokes?
Because they make me sad.
Oh, boo-hoo. Ryan, tell him I love him.
I got you.
Oh, calm down. Travis will be fine. Give a girl a warning. My uterus almost shot out. What did you do? This is not the photo I picked. This is the night we got drunk on an amaretto and played dress up. I don't care if you fire me. I am putting you back out there. It's time. Just listen to me for once. I listened to you when you told me Dale was a loser and I had to stop dating.
Guess I spoke too soon there. We are.
I have a giant hickey on your chest.
Well, I got that bunny. Yep, you sure did.
Oh, we're not talking for 6 minutes?
And I lost that funny. We're going to refer to him as Elliot Page to be nice. Yep, we sure are. And I got that. Also, okay, I got that bunny, and I lost that funny. Because we are inclusive and woke. Yes, we are. We're inclusive, we're woke, and we don't make shoes with the manual labor of Chinese children. We only make the finest. Yes. We only make the finest, yes. I mean, yeah, we sure do. Actually, we do. Go Chinese labor. Yes, we love Temu in this house. That joke's even funnier because my mom has ordered from Temu quite a bit. Yep. Before we begin, fucking excuse me, stepmom, not much, just barged in my room and took some. I'm gonna kill your stepmom. Like, I'm gonna physically, like, jump through this screen and get her. Wasn't from my side of the room, but what the hell. Like I said, I'm gonna physically jump through this screen. Okay. Call me stupid, but if China doesn't want too many kids, then why do they have sweatshops with kids? Good question. Anyway. One, there's something else I do want to talk about, but I'll save it till after the review. Two, what's playing behind me is a teaser for a future review. Stay tuned. Yes, that is... Oh, because they work harder, not faster. Yes, that is Courtney Cox, by the way. And 3, welcome to Wonder After Dark. Alright, let's waste no further time. Let's get very... Yes. Well, they could benefit. Yeah, they could benefit. But they can never be Courtney Cox. Okay, anyway. Super. Oh yeah, I guess I should say, this is yet another case where I never heard of this movie until like a day ago. I'm not saying I support child labor, but by their own... I mean, you're not wrong. Like... I don't support... They will never be Al Capone. Oh yeah. I don't support child labor either, but you're not wrong. There's our out of context quote from the night. Al Capone was brought down by the IRS. I'm from the IRS, and I've come to touch your... Anyway. You're a real one if you know what I'm referencing. Anyway. And if you don't know what I'm referencing, why? Anyway. Okay, this is yet another case where I never heard of the movie prior to, like, last night. Jesse supports child labor. Okay, no. Anyway. Super is a 2010 American black comedy super fit. I call this movie Super Dwight. Yeah, I can see why. Anyway. Super is a 2010 American black comedy superhero film written and directed by James Gunn, who I am just not going to say my opinion on because I don't want Zack Snyder fans to wish death upon me. Anyway. The film stars Rainn Wilson, Elliot Page, Liv Tyler, Kevin Bacon, and Nathan Fillion. Who cares? James Gunn. Well, you're not wrong. Yes. Anyway. It tells the story. I'm shocked he made this movie. Yeah, after I've seen it today, I am too. Anyway. It tells the story of Frank Darbo, a short-order cook who becomes a superhero without having any superhuman ability, calling himself the Crimson Bolt. He sets out to rescue his wife Sarah from the hands of a drug dealer. There's some disturbing imagery here, but yeah. Shut up, crime! Which ironically sounds like something Dwight would say. No, I've just seen enough of The Office to know that does sound like... You don't cut in line. No, but seriously, shut up, crime does sound like something Dwight would say. Okay, but anyway. Okay. The film... I've seen every episode, can confirm. Yep. The Office, stay tuned. Anyway. The film was produced by This Is That, Henway Films, and Ambush Entertainment, and was distributed by IFC Midnight. Yeah, given the word midnight in there, no wonder this movie is bizarro kick-ass. Also stay tuned. Yep. Anyway. The film premiered at TIFF. Oh yeah, I got all nice and clean today. Anyway. Oh, also, did you get the ingredients for I did not. So, that review is going to be pushed off for oh. Oh. Ooh, I love how you can hear each individual bone in my neck just explode. Make sure you dip it in milk when you do. Okay, anyway. The film premiered at TIFF on September 12th, 2010. And it went into wide release April 1st, 2011. So you could actually kind of debate the release date. You could say either 2010 or 2011, but... Because it premiered at TIFF 2010, but then it went to wide release 2011, so... Numbers. Anyway. The film had a budget of... What? Anyway. Also, there's a rape scene. Yes? Stay tuned. Anyway. The film had a budget of $2.5 million and made 593 million, or not million, thousand. A woman raping a guy, yep. Paw grape. And his whole grape family. Don't touch women. Don't call it pog. Look, I didn't. You thought I was going to, but I didn't. See, I have standards. Also, I said paw, grape, not paw-gers. I know you probably misheard what I said, just clarifying. Jesse doesn't have standards. Paw, grape. niggers. Anyway. Paw job, yep. Hoof job, there's something we haven't said in a while. Anyway. Also, I think Spider is screaming at his stepmom right now. Anyway. Wonder After Dark, the only show where pre-bathroom Flidley Pizza Tower. Yep. A certain somebody has been informed of Pizza Tower. Anyway, the film had a budget of $2.5 million, six the dollar, and made 593, not million, thousand. It made 500,000 at the box office. Oops. I shall make bad jokes about a group. No! I landed on my ass. Anyway. Jesse died. Yes, I did. But I'm back now, because this is, the MCU, where nobody stays dead forever. Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. I almost said Fuck, you're back. Hi. My death was greatly exaggerated. Yeah. Dr. Doom as... Or, no, Robert Downey... Somehow Jesse... Yep. Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom is the stupidest casting decision. Somehow Thanos return. Do not act. You're gonna say that and then... No. You're gonna say somehow Thanos returned, and then I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. Somehow Kang returned. Now, I wouldn't be against that, actually, but... I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, and then I'm gonna see, like, Josh Brolin will be reprising his role. Somehow Mysterio returned. I mean, did Mysterio ever really get killed off? Actually, did... Like, I've seen Spider-Man Far From and no... Yes, okay, I guess my memory is just that shit. Mysterio got shot. Again, I guess my memory is just that shit. I just genuinely forgot. Anyway. The film... somehow the Chitauri return. When do the Chitauri not return? Because it feels like they've returned. We should return. Anyway, somehow Ebony Maw returned. Somehow I lost brain cells. Anyway. The film premiered at the 2010 Toronto International Film Festival and was released in theaters in the US. Somehow Black Widow returned. I was trying to come up with a joke for that, but I got nothing. Anyway. And then it released in theaters in the US on April 1st, 2011. And on video on demand, aka digital, on April 13th, 2011. Somehow Madam Web returned. If Madam Web does return, can they at least hand that bitch a good script? How bad was Venom The Last Dance, by the way? I mean, do I think it's like a bad movie overall? No. It's not Madam Web bad. It's not Morbius bad. But is it a bad Venom movie? I'm split. I think, like, it's a good conclusion to Venom, yes, but it's the weakest of the three. I don't know, that's how I see it. Conclusion, but also not a conclusion. I mean, yeah. Anyway. The film Oh, Jesus, that actually made my throat hurt. God damn it. Okay. They fucked themselves over because the Sonyverse is dead. They sure did. You are stupid. You are stupid. You are stupid. I'm gonna fondle you. Look, I'm fondling you. Feeling fondled yet? Anyway. Somehow, Robotnik returned in Sonic 4 via a clone. Now, I would actually take clone over Robotnik himself in the flesh return. I'm calling it, I don't care. Listen, I think Robotnik had a perfect ending in Sonic 3, but I would still take clone over just Robotnik himself coming back, whether it's by himself or clone. Like I said, if I have to pick one, I'll take clone, because you can just make the excuse like it's not really him, and that the original Robotnik is still dead. He said he'll come back if there's a good script. Anyway. Anyway. When the film released in theaters in the US, it was released unrated. But when it... Oh. I actually thought he died in the explosion in Sonic 2. Honestly, same here. Just same here. Like, I feel like we all thought that. So I'm not gonna be well, I mean, yeah, I won't be surprised, honestly. Spider actually had the theory that, you know, actually, he still kind of has this theory, but he's had the theory before that Robotnik could become like a Doctor Who character that they kind of change the face of every few years. Somehow Gerald Robotnik no, Gerald coming back would actually piss me off. No, I'm just saying, Gerald coming back would actually piss me off. He got disintegrated. Yeah, exactly. Bro ain't even ashes, he's just... He's not even ashes anymore. He's just the following syllable. Anyway. The film released in US theaters unrated, although when it released on DVD and Blu-ray, it was reclassified and re-rated R. Although I don't think somehow Commander Walters returned. Well, they didn't make it very clear if Walters is, like, actually dead or not, so somehow Libby returned. Oh my god. Anyway. What I was saying, but... Anyway. That happens quite a bit, by the way, with these unrated movies where they'll get re-rated later on. Although it does have me curious. If the film was re-rated R for the DVD and Blu-ray, I'm wondering if they actually edited any of it to bring it down to an R. What does it say? Bolty was the cutest and most uncomfortable character. Agree. Alright, anyway. Upon release... Upon release, Super... Sorry, I got something on my thumb here. There we go. Anyway. Upon release, Super received mixed reviews from critics and grossed over $590,000. I never felt so confused when she was shot in the face and the huge hole in her head. Yep. Same here. Anyway. Alright. I guess I'll read about the production, even though I don't really do it super often, but I'll read about it, just to pad out the runtime. I was sad and also like, what did you expect from celebrating two? Honestly, yeah, like what did you expect? But anyway, Super was filmed between December 9th, 2009 and January 24th, 2010. In Chevreport, Louisiana, black people, with additional shooting at director James Gunn's home in Los Angeles, California. Which means James Gunn doxed himself. Haha. Anyway. The comic book store shown in the film is a real store, Comic Smash, in Studio City. Black people, yep. Since the film was a low budget independent project, everyone involved in the film. Super Bowl today, I know. I didn't watch it. I brought my spoon. Oh. That's nice, dear. Anyway. Alright. Since the film was a low budget independent project, everyone involved in the film was a paid scale, the minimum wage allowed by the Screen Actors Guild. Tyler Bates worked on the soundtrack. Yo mama's so stupid she brought a spoon to the Super Bowl, yep. I think Spider actually disintegrated. I think Spider disintegrated. I think he fell into the bug zapper. Oopsie. Can we talk about how the pet store owner only has one scene, yet she makes it? Oh, yeah. Only one scene in the movie, yet... Only one scene in the movie, yet she appears in the opening credits, the, like, animated... Like, okay, you're not that important, but sure, go off, queen. By the way, I went into this completely blind, so I didn't know what at all to expect. That animated opening sequence was the thing, like, that I've ever seen. This movie is balls to the... yeah, I figured. Anyway, Gunn has said in interviews that he had begun working on the script for Super since 2002, but he had a hard time getting it made as producers felt that the content was too violent and esoteric. Or esoteric. But is it good? Honestly, yeah. Yes, indeed. I'll give... Okay, sure. Anyway. Okay, this I think you'll find interesting. Okay. In the 2019 dark superhero film Brightburn, Rainn Wilson briefly reprises his role as Frank Darbo in photographic form, indicating that Super and Brightburn are set in the same universe. I heard this. Okay, I didn't know if you did, but it just caught my eye. How interesting is that? Kind of like a violent but still comical movie in the same universe as a straight horror movie. That is some Kevin Smith level cinematic universe right there. Alright, anyway. But what about... Oh. But what about that motherfucking reception? Well... Super received mixed reviews from critics who debated the moral ambiguity, violence, and messages, but still received praise for the acting, tone, writing, and humor. Oh, talk about the scene where tentacles appear and tie him up and cut his brain open and... Oh yeah, that... Okay, the opening credits, the animated intro, that already got me, but the moment I knew I was in for a film was right there. Right there, I mean, I was paying attention, but I was still admittedly looking at my phone and my iPad. The minute that happened, I was like, that shit came so out of nowhere, and it got me good, to the point where I couldn't even formulate a thought. Or when he pukes and he hallucinates the puke. Oh yeah, that too. Oh, you know what's really great? I was eating potato chips when that happened.
Oh, and Ellie, we are even for this one. What? Faster!
I just made a horrible mistake.
Alright, let's pick a line order. Granola bars, asterisk. What else?
Moving on. Also, Subway Spyro. A dick, cock, asshole, vagina, pussy, gay sex, cuddling until we fall asleep holding each other. Anyway. On Rotten Tomatoes, 49% of critics have given the film a positive review, based on 124 reviews with an average rating of 5.7 out of 10, 0 to 50 and 4. Look, I said it. The consensus reads... the consensus reads a cough. No. The consensus reads, Super's intriguing premise and talented cast are drowned in a blood-red sea of graphic violence, jarring tonal shifts, and thinly written characters. Bitch. Accurate, but bitch. Some people call this movie better than Kick-Ass. You'll find out if I agree with that soon enough. Anyway. I don't. You'll find out if I agree. Transphobiosa. Anyway. Metacritic, the film has a weighted at Metacritic, the film has a weighted average score of 50 out of 100 based on 27 critics, 0 to 50 and 4, indicating mixed or average reviews. Catherine Bray of Film 4 wrote, "It's not that this type of movie shouldn't be made. This type of movie could be brilliant, but it plays like every first draft idea anyone had found its way to the screen because it made someone laugh over a few drinks. Some really interesting ideas and the odd flash of awesomeness, but overall a big old misfire with some ill-judged nastiness." That's an accurate description. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway. Alright. First draft craziness. Yep. Okay. All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies. All the single... Guys, I think those ladies are single. Anyway. Al Katrina. Don Cachino. Jesse is the single... Shut the fuck up. Anyway. Funny joke, but shut. Anyway. Al Katrina. Why is that so catchy? Al Katrina, Al Katrina, Al Katrina, Al Katrina. Alcatraz. Anyway. We should take a field trip to Alcatraz. Anyway. Al Katrina, reporting at the Fantasia Film Festival, wrote, "There's a great movie somewhere inside James Gunn's dark comedy. Super is an undeniably entertaining film, but there's something off about it. If you liked it, then you should have put some cum on it." Anyway. Super is a funny film, a twisted story, and occasionally a very good movie, but just rarely at this... Oh, a cum. Oh. If you liked it, then you should have put a cum on it. Yep. Cum is delicious. I've never had cum. Super duper pooper. Yep. By the way, I've never had cum personally, so I can't actually confirm if cum tastes delicious or not. But based on what I've heard, I imagine it's delicious. But I'll never know, because do you think I really just sit out here jorking it until I get cum in my mouth? Taste your cum. Taste your own cum and find out. Oh my god. Well, what was it James Gunn said? They come in and scream. I was just straight up jorking it. I stood outside with my peener out, like usual. That's when I hear the bells approaching of the peener sniffer guy. Anyway, alright. I came in like a wrecking ball. A wrecking ball. Aurora Borealis. At this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen. Yes. May I see it? No. Seymour! The house is on fire! No, Mother, it's just the Northern Lights. Well, Seymour, you are an odd fellow, but I must say, you steam a good ham. Don't you ever say, I just walked away. I will always come you. Help! Help! Anyway, Entertainment Weekly. I'm gonna give myself a stroke. Oh my god. Okay. I'm getting a little sweaty, so we're gonna quickly and discreetly. Oh, what is it? Skinner and his crazy explanations. Superintendent's gonna need his medication. When you hear Skinner's lame exaggerations, there'll be trouble in town tonight. Seymour! Superintendent, I was just stretching my calves on the windowsill. Isometric exercise. Care to join me? Why is there smoke coming out of your oven, Seymour? Oh, that isn't smoke. It's steam. Steam from the steamed clams we're having. Steamed clams. I hope you're ready for mouth-watering hamburgers. I thought you said we were having steamed clams. Oh no, I said steamed hams. That's what I call hamburgers. You call hamburgers steamed hams. Yes. Remember when this was about Super? Neither do I. Anyway. Entertainment Weekly critic. Oh, talk about how the ending was sad. I'm getting there. Please wait. Okay. His wife leaves him and Libby is dead. Yep. Leave it to this movie, but he gets the bunny. Yeah. So I guess in a weird way, it's a good ending. But at what cost? Like, he got the bunny. But, like, I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for, but, like, it's a sad ending, but it also, in a weird way, kind of has a good side, but I wouldn't really go as far as to say it's a happy ending. Well, anyway, I'm sure it makes sense what I'm trying to convey. Libby graping him was honestly oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, good God. That was probably the one part of the... In fact, I'm going to be completely honest. I almost turned it off after that. No, I'm dead serious. When it got to that, I almost turned it off. I was like, oh, no, I've had enough. Okay, you've said enough, I'm done. Like, I kept watching, just out of curiosity, but I came close to turning it off when that happened. Oh, and when I say I kept watching out of curiosity, no, that was not my way of saying, oh, but I want to see Elliot pay. No. I'm not that nasty. Entertainment Weekly critic Owen Gleiberman wrote, This trifle about a doofus who becomes a costumed superhero, even though he has no special powers, might have seemed funkier before Kick-Ass, yet the movie is written and directed by James Gunn with a certain whimsical black comic flair. It's really a one-joke movie, but the joke is a good one. Frank's Crusade is just a geek's screw-loose revenge, which Wilson, digging into the character's misery, makes oddly sympathetic. Let's say, I bet Elliot is happy he Oh, absolutely. Just dead set, dead serious, dead ass, dead titties even. I bet Elliot is really happy he transitioned. Because he never has to think about this ever again. Now, I did enjoy this film. Okay, genuinely I did. But, go on. Honestly, the grapes, yeah, like I said, the puke scene was just nasty, but that, I rated a 7 out of 10. Well, you'll find out my rating soon enough. Okay, anyway. Oh, yeah. Many people have noted similarities to... But what about home video? Oh, yeah, I was actually about to get to that. Okay. Okay, well, it actually does not have a crazy long release history. Many people have noted similarities to what? Kick-Ass. Like I said, many people have noted similarities to Kick-Ass. Except Kick-Ass is just the better movie, but anyway. Okay. This film did not have a crazy long release history on DVD. Excuse me. It released on DVD and Blu-ray on August 9th, 2011. And that's basically it. That's pretty much it. It hasn't been reprinted or reissued at any point. It hasn't been released on 4K, and I don't think it ever will, honestly. It just kind of exists. Like, got a super limited run in theaters, came out digitally, and then got a super low-key DVD, Blu-ray, that's it. And again, it was only released on DVD and Blu-ray just the one time in 2011. I don't have a copy of it, so I guess we'll just go ahead to the review. If you're wondering how I watched the movie, I watched it on Pluto. Oh, so how do you rate it? I'm getting there. I watched it on Pluto TV, which, for those who don't know what Pluto is, Pluto TV is a free streaming service, kind of like Tubi, except it has like actual channels, which that's like that's the primary focus of Pluto is channels. But anyway, I watched it on Pluto TV. Okay. Well, before I get to my rating, I bet you're probably wondering if I even enjoyed this movie or not. Well, I did. Except, of course, for the grape scene and, you know, fucking the puke. Both, like, I feel like I'd give this movie a higher rating if those two scenes were just not in it at all. Like, just complete, like, yeah. If those two scenes were just not in the movie at all. Say, oh, I can't go any higher than 7. I can't either. But regardless, though, I did enjoy it. And I think I enjoyed it because I went in blind. Like, I did not look up any trailers. I did not watch any clips from the movie. I enjoyed because Rainn Wilson. Yeah. Okay, anyway. I did not look up any clips from the movie. I did not watch the trailer. The only thing I saw prior to watching it was the poster and the cast, and that's it. So basically, I went in completely blind, not knowing what at all to expect. But honestly, I feel like I only have one negative and one positive. The negative aspect is like, okay, I get this movie released unrated. Kiss me. Oh, hey, Spider. Don't know where you've been all this time. Anyway. Excuse me. What I was saying. God. FNN. Anyway. What I was saying. But I did enjoy it for what it is. Sorry, just securing the funny image. But again, I feel like okay. My brain has just turned to mush. Okay. I think the negative aspect of this movie is, okay, I get that it was an unrated release, but I still feel like it pushed the boundaries maybe a little too much. Just a little. Actually, I feel like it pushed the boundaries a lot too much. Yeah, a lot. Could have maybe, you know, cut down on the violence. Maybe could have cut down on vomit hallucinations. Could have completely cut out the fucking rape. Like, stop. I didn't need to see Elliot Page do that. I did not need to see that. I did not need to see that. I did not need to see that. See, even Copper agrees. He doesn't want to see it. Oh god, my legs hurt. You make me want to watch Soup. Well, it's on Pluto TV, which is free. So, I guess if you want to. But viewer be warned. However, you could argue that it shows, yes, women can be... Well, that is a valid point. I'm not even going to argue. Just that is a valid point. Also, I got to a reasonable layer of clothing and I'm still sweaty, but unfortunately I cannot take this off for obvious reasons. Again, there's something I cannot show on camera, and it's the heat in this room. What's your rating? Okay. I'm gonna give it like... Oh. And what's the good? Yeah, actually, I did just forget. Honestly, the good is the cast. Like, Rainn Wilson, Elliot Page, all them. I think the cast in this movie is great. Especially, of course, Rainn Wilson. Like, he's great in this role. And, of course, the ending. Like, yeah, the ending... Yeah, we love Dwight. Yeah. The ending, of course, is pretty good, too. Like, tragic, but also kind... I was Dwight for Halloween once. Damn it. Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Millions of families suffer. Anyway. Yeah. I look more like Jim cosplaying as Dwight in that episode. Yeah. By the way, can we give a shout out to my man John Krasinski? Just totally random, but can we give a shout out to my man John Krasinski? We love John Krasinski in this house. John Krasinski is the best. No, that's not fake Jim. That's real Jim. Everybody knows Jim was Asian this whole time. Everybody knows. I remember. Do you, though? Because I feel like you'd remember if your coworker was American. I do. I was joking. I seen every... Yeah, I was making a joke. Oh my god. Do you really think I'd be saying that unironically to the person who says they've literally... My hand hurt. Okay. Anyway, my rating for Super... I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. But I'm going to knock off 2 points for the pushed boundaries and especially the rape scene. So, a 5 out of 10. Again, I'm going to knock off 2 points for those. Is that a hot take? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, 5 seems a bit low, but okay. I mean, yeah, but whatever. Maybe my rating might... Who knows? Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesse's gonna knock off 2 points on Red Mist if it gets made. Throw in an unnecessary... Well, yeah, unnecessary. Throw in a rape scene like this Red Mist. No, we're talking about something else entirely, my friendo. We're not talking about Squidward Joe Mama. We're not talking about this or this. We're talking about this. Kick ass. Look how shiny my teeth are. Ooga booga boo. My name is the pee pee poo poo man, and I'm gonna pee all over you. Shut up, Kraka. Why should I shut up? I'm gonna go. Okay, no worries. I mean, I did just review your movie anyway, so yeah. But of course, time for the part where I offer, if you want to watch the rest of this episode, you can do so tomorrow. Should be up, assuming I remember. Virtual Insanity. Yes, indeed. Okay. Anyway, Stay tuned for what? I don't know at this point. I don't damn know. Could be the show that's on in the background. Could be fucking Hugo. Could be goddamn Donnie Darko. Could be Shredder Man Rules. I don't know. It's the show. It what? Anyway, if you need to or want to go now, have a day. Alright, Spider, assuming you're still watching, looks like it's going to be me and you for the rest of this one. Meow. Woof. Okay. I mean, to be fair, though, I feel like reviewing Donnie Darko on this show is an inevitability. So, maybe not a tomorrow ability, but an inevitability. Yeah. Especially because I watched it earlier this month, so, yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to pad out the runtime of this episode a bit. I got 2 videos on my pipeline. One that should go up on Tuesday as normal. It's a shorter video, but it'll go up Tuesday as normal. The other one is going to deviate a little. This one I plan to go up on Friday. At least I hope. I hope because, you know, I need it either out on the 14th or at least around that date. But of course, this fucking heat wave causing me to look like this on the daily, kind of making it a bitch to do anything either outside or inside. And of course, I know what I want this video to be, but I'm kind of limited by the capabilities of my time, or however the quote went. I guess all I can say is, stay tuned. Yeah. What else can I add? Oh, yeah, I guess while we're on the topic of discussing shit that I do, it's actually pretty funny. I have like lore mapped out, and here I am thinking to myself that my lore is fairly complex, only to realize that that lore actually makes more sense than the MCU has in at least 6 years. Oh no, nothing against Marvel when I say that. It's just, God, I used to think what I was doing was complex and deep. Then I look at it and I'm like, nah, this is much simpler and more tightly written. Which is a good thing, because you try to make sense of the cinematic universe at this point, you damn can't. Not post-Endgame, at least. Yeah. What else can I add here? What else can I... Okay, seriously, it's getting too damn hot in this room. Like, oh my god, the sweat talk early 2010s film. Well, we did cover the Lego movie recently, so... And there actually is a certain movie that I may or may not cover tomorrow, which relates to it. So I guess I'll just talk 2010s. You'll have to forgive me for the twigginess. There's something I cannot show on camera, and that is the sweat. The heat. I don't know what it is, but we went from winter to summer in like no time. And because of that, it gets really fucking sweaty in this room. Also, I'm just now realizing that my head is like really badly disproportionate with the rest of my body. Seriously, I got like the head of like... I got like a watermelon head and like the body of like a fucking... It's like I got Boog's head and Elliot's body. I got the... Anyway. But early 2010s films, yeah. I think early 2010s films have like have like a very unique vibe that I can't really put into words. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but they just have like a certain vibe that you can pinpoint, but you can't really put into words. I don't know what it is even. Like, I don't know if it's the music they'd often use. I don't know if it's, I guess, color correction or color grading. I don't know if it's... Well, I take it back. In some cases, it's the marketing. Like, the marketing. Like, I can tell you, Cars 2 is probably one of the most memorable Pixar movies in terms of marketing, because they were very aggressive with it. Like, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing Cars 2. So yeah. But then other times, I just don't know what about 2010s movies is a vibe. But I'm sure you get what I'm trying to say. Like, actually, I will say, while we're talking early 2010s films, a movie that we did previously cover on this show that I think has a very unique... Okay, that count just went back up to 2. See, I notice things quick, even though I'm very illiterate. Anyway. Excuse me. While we're talking early 2010s films, I think a movie from that time period that has a very unique vibe is Tangled. Like, we already reviewed Tangled, so I'm not going to review it again, but I do think it has a very unique vibe. And again, I don't really know how to describe it other than just the general atmosphere of the movie. Actually, something about it I will say is, despite the fact that I never saw it in full until this past year, 2024, it felt weirdly nostalgic the first time I saw it, and it still does. Even though, again, the first time I saw it start to finish was last year, it still felt kind of nostalgic. Maybe it was the fact that I've seen, the trailers and ads for it just a lot throughout my childhood. Maybe it was just because the franchise has always been around. I don't know. But either way, that's an early 2010s film that I think is very unique. Alright, brief break from the yappin'. Time for the funny image, which I guess you could also call the fun fact. At timestamp 1:25:30 in the Lego Batman movie, they rickrolled us. If you haven't seen the Lego Batman movie, or you didn't know that, now you do. Now you know the timestamp for the fucking rickroll. Anyway, back to my tangent. Trying to think. Okay, not a specific movie, but another early 2010s movie thing that I find honestly very nostalgic and very just, yeah, are just the different Nickelodeon movies that aired between like 2010 and 2013. Even though some of them I've never seen, I just remember them quite or I guess I should say, I remember everything but the movies themselves quite fondly. So yeah. And on top of that, I think just the vibe of early 2010s movies is just unmatched. Some have come close, but that's the thing. They've come close. They've never really recaptured it. Except for Sonic 1. I think Sonic 1, in a really weird way, feels like an early 2010s movie. Like, even though Sonic 1 came out in 2020, it feels like a movie that would have come out between like 2007 and 2010. And again, I can't for the life of me explain how it does, it just does. So yeah. Sonic 1 feels like a 2011 or 2013 movie that would have come out the same year as Frozen or Alice. Agree. Like, when you put it that way, agree. Like, actually, yeah, now that you say that, Frozen is another one that I did not watch in full until fairly recently, but yet it feels weirdly nostalgic. Despite the fact that, again, I have never seen the movie start to finish until now. And to be honest, it was meant to be a late 20. Yeah, it was. Because it was announced by Sony Pictures in 2014, which means it would have likely come out in either 2016 or 2017. But then, of course, the Sony version was basically. I don't think it was ever officially canceled. I think they just kind of shelved it. Or just lingered. And then, of course, Paramount picked it up, and the rest is history. So, yeah. But yeah, Frozen is another one from that time frame that feels weirdly nostalgic, despite the fact that I never saw the whole movie start to finish until fairly recently. Oh, by the way, we reviewed Frozen 1, we reviewed Frozen Fever. There are two more halves to this story. Well, there's another half to this story we haven't reviewed yet. Stay tuned. We got this half complete. We just need to get this half done. Just giving you a heads up in advance. But yeah. I'm getting ideas with my. Normally I get video ideas or movie ideas. Right now I'm getting nail ideas. Also, that counter went up to 3. Shit. But yeah. Yeah. Jesse, if you got your hair cut and shaved, you. I hate that you're right. By the way, if you're wondering why I look disgusting, it's because it got way too. Oh. What was the funny image? Glad you asked. At the timestamp 125:30 in the Lego Batman movie, they rickrolled us. That was the funny image. Just telling you when in the Lego Batman movie you get rickrolled.
Let's have a bolt strike. All right, so I think you're right.
How so?
Yeah,
It plays at a party.
I don't think you're attractive. Take back. Take back is always take back.
That's how. Questlove, you're not in the house. Okay, anyway. If you're wondering, by the way, why I'm so legitimately topless, it's because it got way too hot in this room. So before you say, put on a... It got hot. I got sweat pouring down my head of fours. I disapprove. Okay. Anyway. But yeah. Shit, I can actually... I mean, I can kind of see like this, but I also kind of can't. Shit. Yeet, yep. Okay, anyway. I don't even know if you're staying for the rest of this or not. Because you did just say you're going to go a few minutes ago, and then you just pop back in like, what feels like 10 minutes later. Anyway, though. But yeah, I guess what I was saying. Early 2010s, 2010s, however you want to say it, movies from that era just have kind of a unique vibe that I feel like is unmatched. I don't know. That's how I see it. Yeet those feet. Okay.
Oh, great. Probably not insane at all.
Every night at 10 sharp, I'm going to look out my window. And if your porch lights
You asked
are
for
on,
that one.
that's a signal that somebody's unattractive, and you never have to say it's my baby.
You got all these little dollars in the hair.
Well, somebody's obsessed with my hair. See you again, my boy.
Okay, I just opened Reddit.
Let it go. He's a jerk. Like hair.
I was watching the floor after the Super Bowl and spotted a familiar face. I don't even think he was supposed to be here today.
I used to be that all the time. Now at night,
Dante, what are you doing here?
take a things that don't need to be picked. All I see is staring back at me with this telephone. I mean, it's not you. Sit. You don't know here.
You're right, he should be at the Quick Stop right now.
I'm back and just staring at myself. Then I got hungry, so I came down here and poked my face while I ate a bagel. You know, some mirrors are best. That big one in my closet let me wear white pants today. Well, that was evil.
Oh, even better. Category convenience store items. Oh, that's even better. They knew. They knew. They knew who he was. They knew why they knew. They knew. Meow. Woof. Furris. Anyway.
Hey, Lori. Mama.
I didn't mean what I said.
No, they really are very, very sweet. Hey, maybe this will help pass the time.
But you know what? You're just an arrogant jerk who looks like a second teenager.
Guilty. But it is spooky. How many women want to see this, right? They range in age 18 all the way up to like, well,
Alright, that's it. I'm off, Lori. Take it off with it.
well, where we going? Well, we walk in. Bye-bye.
Didn't think that one through, did you?
No thought. Head empty. Okay, I think I already know, like, the next 3 things I'm gonna review. Yeah. I don't have anything else to add. Just, I think I know the next 3 things I'm gonna review, plain and simple. Alright, y'all got anything else y'all want to add? Because my brain empty. My brain empty. Talk Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, that's actually a good one. Okay, well... Okay, I'll have to review Guardians of the Galaxy standalone another time, because... Do you really think I have the time to talk the whole movie in detail in the usual format starting now? No, but I'll make room for it at a future date, but I guess I'll give kind of my, fuck it, time for my post-Guardians 3 thoughts. Something I've been thinking about since Guardians of the Galaxy 3, do we need another Guardians of the Galaxy movie? I'm kind of 50-50. On the one hand, because now we have the, I guess, new Guardians at the end of 3, I think it would be nice to see another film following those new Guardians, and then just start a new line of sequels from there. But on the other hand, I feel like the way it ended is kind of just a perfect conclusion at the moment. I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50. Also, the Guardians of the Galaxy movies are peak cinema. They're all great. You should go watch them. If you haven't watched them, what's wrong with you? ignoring the fact that the only one I would have seen in theaters would be Guardians 3. So yeah. Oh. Guardians 1 was one of the first MCU films I watched in the theater. I actually do not recall what the first one I would have seen is. I just, I don't recall. Unyeet. Okay. Amogus. Yep, that is Amogus. Okay. Amogus. Sussy Mogus. I'm almost out of thoughts. Keyword almost. Good night. Okay, well, I guess you're gonna go to bed. Good night, Spider. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a day, have a sleep, have a very good night. Don't let the Mexicans bite. The video boy dippeth. Yep. The video boy dippeth. He's in a shopping center now. Yep. Don't let the M bite. Yep. M mob shut. My name is Sylv. Hi, I'm Paul. Okay, I'm probably going to wrap this episode up in a minute just because it's already went on long enough. That, and I already have, like, the next couple of topics decided, so get ready for that. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I probably am going to wrap this episode up now just because, you know, Spider went to bed. I'm kind of eepy. I need to get to work on 2 videos. Yeah. Anyway, tomorrow night's episode has already been decided, but I'm also going to leave tomorrow night's episode a mystery until tomorrow night. Got anything you want to say before we wrap up this episode? Anything you want to say at all? Again, you got anything you want to add before we wrap this up? Assuming you are still there. Okay, I'm probably just going to wrap this episode up here just because, you know, one, it's gone on long enough, and 2, I'm just kind of tired at the moment, so yeah. Anyway, come back tomorrow when we... I forgot that was still sitting there. Come back tomorrow night when we play with bats, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, I was turning that off. Anyway. Alright. Come back tomorrow night when we play with bats. But will I elaborate further? No, because I've said enough. But for now, that's all the time we have for tonight. But always remember, eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued. God made you special and he loves you very much. If you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Good night, and have a day.